Hello everyone. Today I would like to read you a portion of some short stories that you all probably know. This one's from Little Red Riding Hood. But grandmother, what large hands you have, all the better to hug you with. Oh, but grandmother, what a terribly big mouth you have, all the better to eat you with. And scarcely had the wolf said this, than with one bound he was out of bed and swallowed up Red Riding Hood. Alright, this one's from The Three Little Pigs. But the wolf was a sly old wolf, and he climbed up on the roof to look for a way into the brick house. The little pig saw the wolf climb up on the roof and lit a roaring fire in the fireplace and placed a large kettle of water. When the wolf finally found the hole in the chimney, he crawled down and kersplash right into the kettle of water, and that was the end of his troubles and the big bad wolf. Did you notice something in common? They both said big bad wolf. However, people usually see wolves like this. However, they're not as they seem. Wolves are actually a vital part of our ecosystem and can even prevent an epidemic. You don't need to show that. It's okay. It's not that important. Wolves are more like this. Now I'll move over. People often associate wolves with another animal known as the coyote. However, the coyote is much more of a nuisance than you would think. Coyotes are more likely to attack humans and more likely to come closer to humans. My mom once had a close call with a coyote when she was walking our dog Finn. She was walking and all of a sudden a coyote jumped out from the bushes in front of her. He slowly began to growl and move towards her. Then my dog Finn jumped out and chased the coyote away. Now, here in New Jersey, we don't have wolves, but we have deer, and lots of them. Deer cause New Jersey alone millions of dollars in landscaping damages, but that's not all. They also carry an insect known as the deer tick. The deer tick can transmit a disease known as Lyme's disease. Lyme's disease is a sickness that attacks the joints, the heart, and the central nervous system. So it's a pretty serious thing. If we did have wolves in this, Lyme's disease has affected 300,000 people in the East alone in 2013. If we did have wolves in this area, though, this would not be a problem. Wolves would take care of the population, and by them not being here and keeping the population in check, this is directly affecting us by threatening our money and health. My own family has become aware of how much fear is associated with wolves when we adopted our dog Finn. Finn is a breed known as the Sarlos Wolfhound that is a mixture between a German Shepherd and Eurasian Wolf. When we adopted him, we found out that he had been brought back to the shelter 3 times before because people were so scared that he was going to attack someone. But as we introduced him to people and we told people that he was half German Shepherd and half Eurasian Wolf, they didn't want anything to do with him. So it's kind of sad. But the people who were daring enough to meet Finn, they found out that he's a major snuggler. This misconception is what led me here to talk to you about this today. Not convinced yet? Well, they have seen in Yellowstone that the lack of predators like wolves has affected the whole balance of the food chain. More herbivores survive, overgraze the landscape, allowing less desirable plants to grow. Then they take over the ecosystem, reducing food available for hundreds of other species, from butterflies to other insects up to the herbivores. Wolves have mainly gotten their bad rap from werewolves and old fables. Several horror movies have been based around the legend of the werewolf. So as our modern society does with almost everything, we assumed all wolves are like the werewolf. Plus, young children are exposed to the dread of the wolf with stories like the ones I read earlier. However, wolves are so much more important than you would think. The point of this talk is to don't judge something before you take a walk in their shoes, or in this case, paws. Someone that can dramatically help your life, you might take for granted every day. So what I want you all to take away from this talk is don't judge a book by its cover. It may change your life.